Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, spiritual laws, and how to reach your fucking dreams. So let's get started. Those of you who are new, welcome. I know there's we're close to 400 now subscribers. Welcome. Like the channel says, my name is Miguel. A little bit about myself, a little background is that when I was incarcerated, I would visualize myself in college, and I was incarcerated for 2 years. So for those 2 years, I was visualizing. Okay, we visualize all the time. And I was visualizing me being in college. And when I was released, everything went smoothly. But I knew I was going to do it because there was no ifs or buts. And that's something that she shares today. No ifs or buts. It was something I was going to dedicate my life to. I didn't care if it took 10 years because I thought, like, maybe if there was, what if there's no money? I'm like, I don't know, who cares? I'm going to get it done. But I got scholarships, I was able to pay for it through, just work. Everything just happened seamlessly under grace and perfect ways. And during that time, I was very spiritual, which I am still today. But I would do, very disciplined prayers. I would do the Our Father. I would give thanks for the day, and then I would visualize, because I'm not just going to stare at a wall in a cell. I was in Ironwood State Prison for most of my time in California, and I would visualize the things that I wanted, okay? But a little bit about me. Let's talk about this video, which is going to be chapter 2, how to attract to yourself the things you desire. Okay, this is the how, and it's in the book, Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Behrend, the student of Thomas Troward, the man who wrote the Edinburgh Lectures on Mental Science and the Dory Lectures. He's quoted he's quoted a lot, okay? And people quote those two books the most. All right, so let's get started. Before we get started, 2 questions. Are you ready to learn and apply? If yes, keep watching. If not, stop watching. 2, you're ready to be the best version of yourself, meaning going after what you truly desire, those deep desires, those dreams. Okay, and if you're ready, then continue watching. If you're not ready, then you already know what to do. Go on to the next thing. And do something that makes you happy. Okay, that's important. All right. Now, you know what? This makes me happy. I want to share that. It's amazing when I hear your stories or comments saying that, you liked the video. It's ineffable. I just can't even explain it. But it is happiness for sure. For sure. All right. So the first step she shares with us it's very simple. There's probably just like 2 steps. But she doesn't break it down into steps. She just goes into the process. And she says, quote, "The power within you, which enables you to form a thought picture, is the starting point of all there is." And that's imagination. Your imagination is the power, and then your will. Number 2, the will. Okay, but let's understand what's going on. Quote, "In its original state, it is the undifferentiated, formless substance of life." Okay, I'm going to say that together. The power within you, which enables you to form a thought picture, is the starting point of all there is. It is the original state, and in its original state, it is the undifferentiated, formless substance of life. Your thought picture makes the model, so to say, into which this formless substance takes shape. So we are the undifferentiated substance of life, and at the core of us, okay? So she teaches this in this chapter. She's telling us about this. So now let's continue. Visualizing or mentally seeing things and conditions as you wish them to be is the condensing, the specializing power in you, which might be illustrated by comparison by the lens of a magic lantern, which is one of the best symbols of the imagining faculty. Okay, so she gives an example. It's like, she says visualizing is kind of like a projector. A magic lantern, I guess that was like a like one of those projectors where you put a slide in it and it shows it onto a screen. When I was going to school, we had projectors. I think now they just have like computers. They have computers, and then you have power slides, right? Power slides. So in present times, it'll be like a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides presentation, and you hold on to it. Now, faith is the electricity that's powering the screen, your computer, and allowing you to see that. Okay, just to keep it in simple terms, let's think about a projector. Okay, it's a projector, and you're watching a movie, right? And that movie is powered by faith, and electricity is working well. When you don't have a steady will, like the light is dim, and only one side is lit, the other side is lit, and it's not fully lit. That's unsteady will. And if you don't have faith, it's just like the power is just off. No faith, no belief, it's not gonna happen. But this is the analogy she shares. If you have a better analogy, just comment below, because the magic lantern is like basically a power slide. You put a slide on top, and it shows it's projected. Switch another one, it's projected. And then sometimes you have a dim light, because in a projector there used to be a light. And if it's not that strong, it's only like one side is going to be bright. Like maybe from one corner there's brightness, but the other end it's dark. So sometimes they just had to change the light bulb, and it would be like perfectly lit all across the board. So that's the will, steady will of seeing the image that you want. And she says this about faith, quote, "You light up your desire with the absolute faith that the creative spirit of life in you is doing the work." Okay, this is a powerful understanding right here. This is the law of growth that Thomas Schroer talks about in the Edinburgh Lectures. Once you hold that picture with your will, the spirit starts operating, starts working, and all the resources are coming to you, and also you get the hunches. So let's talk about beliefs. Okay, let's talk about beliefs, because when you desire something, she gives this example. When you desire something, let's say, for example, more order and cleanliness in your apartment, you'll start thinking about order and cleanliness vehicles. You'll start thinking of hiring a maid or a help person, or like moving things around, throwing out the trash, and things like that will start coming into your mind when you seek, when you desire. You ask yourself, how can I make this orderly, right? It's a wish, and it starts coming, and then it's your fearless faith that everything is possible that you desire that will allow you to take action. Okay, action is just action. Like work to make money is just action. You get up to take a shit, that's action. Okay, but then your negative beliefs and doubts and fears are probably the things that are stopping you. Most of the time, that's what it is. Okay, so just understand that it's you in your mind. It's you for you. Okay, you are here for you, for the benefit of you. Okay, because I thought about this term of like me against me. Oh, it's only me against me. I have a fear thought. It's me against me. I'm like, wait, but I'm not against me. I'm not against me. I'm for me. So I understand that this is a thought, a negative thought perhaps, and I'll change it. I'll reaffirm it. I'll change this belief and affirm a different belief, and it must come to pass. Okay, as you affirm it. So that's how you change a thought. If you have a habitual negative thought that comes into your mind, like there's not enough, or like I'm not loved, you change it. I am loved. There is love in my life. I see love in my life, and it must manifest. Okay, you start seeing the things in your mind and the ideas and the vehicles for you to create that. Whoa. Spike's tail moved this. I have a tripod right here, but it's not one of those thick ones, but it does the job. Okay, so that's a belief. And then she shares a story about a woman who lost her husband. Her husband had left her, and she was unhappy and lonely. So Genevieve Behrend told her, quote, "Follow the great power of intuition and think of her husband as perfectly free and the embodiment of all that a husband should be. Okay, quote, I told her to follow the great power of intuition and think of her husband as perfectly free and the embodiment of all that a husband should be. So she's not like forcing it on him. Okay, so, okay, my husband is perfectly free to do as he pleases, you know, and he's a perfect husband. So she told her to see him as, you know, the embodiment of a perfect husband, you know, loving, caring, respectful, all those good things, loving. And then she came back and returned a few days, and the woman said her husband desired a divorce in order to marry again. She was quite agitated and had evidently relaxed her will in following the instructions given at the former interview. Because when you visualize the thing that you want, you're relaxed and you're happy because you just saw the thing that you fucking want. Like, what the fuck, you know? But it's just the habits, the paradigms that we have in our mind. Paradigm is just like it's a habitual thought that we have that puts us in that negative rut. So we got to change it, you know, consciously and using our will. And then that becomes a habitual thought, and that becomes a paradigm. That's why, you know, they say the rich get richer, because they have that paradigm, you know. Those who have love get more love. Those who have lovers and boyfriends and girlfriends get more boyfriends or girlfriends. You see how this works? The habits, the beliefs. And then she tells her, quote, again, I told her to hold constantly in her mind that the loving protection of the spirit of life would guide her in her perfect happiness. So that's a belief. So she got a vision. She has something to visualize, right? And instructions to follow the intuition. That was the first instructions. And the next instructions was to have this belief that the spirit of life would guide her in perfect happiness. Okay, so you confirm that the spirit of life guides me in perfect happiness. The spirit of life guides me in perfect happiness. That's going to be the affirmation for today. I'm going to put that on my Instagram. You can follow me at m.1.official. I know my old one, it's still on here, but I haven't been able to change it. I haven't made time to do that. Yeah. Okay. And another thing she shares here is when you visualize, you need to have like absolute belief, you know, no ifs and buts. Okay, so I'm gonna share what she says right here, and this has to do with the will. Quote, visualizing without a will sufficiently steady to inhibit every thought and feeling contrary to your picture thought would be as useless as a magic lantern without the light, a projector without the light. On the other hand, if your will is sufficiently developed to hold your picture in thought and feeling without any ifs, simply realizing that your thought is the great attracting power, then your mental picture is as certain to be projected upon your physical world as the picture slide put into a magic lantern shows on the screen. End quote. You know, a strong, steady will, you know, and just no ifs, just, you know, no ifs and buts, just, you know, the universe is creating through your thought. Quote, the joyous assurance which you make your picture is the very powerful magnet of faith, and nothing can obliterate it. Okay, now here's a thing about revision here. And you may be able to use this for yourself. This is a story of a businessman she shares who every morning would visualize the day before, you know, and it would enlarge upon what he had accomplished that day. So let's say this is the morning, he would visualize that the day before he had more than doubled or tripled his sales. She says that, I know what he did. He doubled, so he would double his sales. Whatever sale he did, he would see that he doubled it the next day. So this is revision. Neville Goddard talks about this. He calls it revision. And he says that you just close your eyes and visualize the same event that happened, but the way that you want it. And then in time, that becomes your reality, okay? That becomes your reality. And he ended up manifesting that, manifesting more business. And yeah, he saw himself doing everything he wanted done. And then this is the benefit of this, right? Quote, this habit, he said, has strengthened this and steadied his will in an almost inconceivable manner. Furthermore, by thus mentally seeing things as he wished them to be, he had acquired the confident feeling that a certain creative power was exercising itself for him and through him for the purpose of improving his little world. End quote. So that's his experience. And it's very important because, one, it gives him a strengthening, it strengthens his will, and two, it gives him that confidence, that belief that the creative spirit, God, the creator, is in him and working through him to make his world better. So as you manifest things, so start something small that, you won't be like, it's just something small. And you'll start believing and start creating these statements and making these statements and visualizing these things, doing, whether it's revision like Neville Goddard and Genevieve Behrend says, or if it's just visualizing a new manifestation that you want in your life, a new creation in your life. And it's going to happen because you're understanding this and you're learning this information. Quote, it is the nature of spirit to complete its work, and an idea is not complete until it has made for it a vehicle. Okay, so your idea will have a vehicle, right? It will have a vehicle. Say you're looking for an increase in income. When the idea is completed in your mind, you have a complete thought, right? Like a statement. You have a statement. And a complete statement is I am grateful, subject and predicate. I have X amount, or X health, or a lover. It's a complete thought. It's a statement. Once you have this statement, you affirm it. A vehicle will come into your mind, in your conscious mind, from the subconscious, from intuition, and you follow the intuition. Intuition is very powerful. She shares this, so that's another takeaway. The intuition. Follow intuition. Okay, and nothing can prevent your picture from coming into concrete form except the same power which gave it birth, yourself. Okay, it's going back to the steady will. All right. And then she ends it talking about, suppose you wish to have a more orderly room. You could say this, I would like to have an orderly room. How can I have a more orderly room? And then all these ideas will come into you. The vehicles will be the boxes, the closets, the shelves, the hooks, and so forth. Okay. The box, the closet, and the hooks are all concrete ideas of order because they are the vehicles through which order and harmony suggest themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna add this right here. So it's gonna be intuition, keys, will, faith, intuition. So you have the steady will of your vision, the faith, understanding the law of growth. I love sharing the law of growth because it's moving in operation. Okay, all the resources are coming to you, just like when there is a seed in the ground or there is a baby in a woman's womb. All the resources are coming to it. She's eating, she's getting it's growing. Law of growth, and then you intuition. You're like, okay, where to go? The vehicles come into your mind. Boom, the vehicle. Okay, boom. All right. So this is a very good chapter. Very, very good chapter. See, when you start reading certain things, certain principles just start matching up. Everything just starts matching up, and you have an understanding of this. Okay. So what is it that you desire? What is it that you truly want? Okay. You can have it. You can fucking have it. Like the woman who wanted the husband back, okay? She told her, follow intuition, okay? Make sure you follow intuition for your desire. See the picture, right? Under grace and perfect ways. You're not forcing anything. Let it be the divine design, okay? See it perfectly and in harmony and in order, okay? And then create the belief that the universe provides you with everything. Okay. The one that I like to say is that I say like it's a three thing. I have faith in God. I have faith God protects me. I have faith God gives me what I want. Okay. And I created these beliefs subconsciously while I was incarcerated. I created them after reading the New Testament. Okay, the New Testament. It's just an amazing book. Romans and John. I think John 1 and Romans, those are my favorite chapters. But you get the gist of it. It gives you all this information. Ask, believe, receive, have faith. You can move mountains. What is it? Whatever you want, you can have. As you believe, it shall be done unto you. It's just like these things just keep popping up. And I'm grateful that I can share this, perspective of mine. Okay, so now close your eyes. Think of the way you truly desire. Okay. Relax your body, your jaw, your arms and legs. Or maybe something you want to revise. See the end of your day and see it, double it. Double the happiness, double the joy, double the experience. Look around the room. Look at the fine details. The close details, the far details. If there's a window, look out at the periphery. Walk around. Take a deep breath. Run it again. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. Stay relaxed. Stay in that feeling. Stay in that joyous feeling that you have it now. However it may be feeling for you, hold it. Enjoy it for a second. And throughout your day, remember this feeling. And know that the Creator, Universal Spirit, Universal Intelligence is bringing everything you need towards you. The hunches, the ideas. You may have got the hunch right now, the ideas right now. Follow it. That's your intuition. Follow intuition. And then create an affirmation create an affirmation or belief that says, God provides me with everything. Or like the affirmation I said about the woman, which is it's an amazing affirmation, an amazing belief. Quote, again, I told her to hold constantly in her mind that the loving protection of the Spirit of life would guide her in perfect happiness. The Spirit of life will guide you in perfect happiness. To your goal. I hope you like this one. I'm going to visualize myself right now. And make sure to like this video. Comment if you feel like commenting. Like it if you feel like commenting, okay? Subscribe and tap the notifications if you feel like doing that. And until next time, share this with anybody that came to mind, okay? if it resonated and somebody came to mind. I love you. Until next time, peace.